It was a late Friday evening when my wife, Amanda, insisted that I join her at a prestigious gathering hosted by her colleagues. She was radiant, dressed to turn heads, her laughter filling the car as she teased me about my plain, predictable suit. I forced a smile, concealing the unease tightening in my chest. Over the years, Amanda had become increasingly distant, her attention constantly drifting toward others, friends, co-workers, even complete strangers. That night, I couldn't shake the sense that something was wrong. Still, I went along, telling myself it would be just a few hours of polite conversation and small talk. The venue was alive with chatter, upbeat music, and the steady clinking of glasses. Almost instantly, Amanda drifted into the crowd, her laughter ringing out as she surrounded herself with friends, basking in the attention she naturally attracted. I lingered at the edge of the room, sipping my drink and watching quietly. At first, her cheerful demeanor seemed harmless, even endearing, until my eyes caught the way she lingered near one particular man. Their hands brushed in passing, their eyes locked with unspoken amusement, and in that instant I knew. This wasn't friendly banter, it was unmistakable flirtation. My heartbeat quickened. She touched his arm lightly as she laughed, and he leaned in, whispering something that made her giggle in a way I hadn't heard in years. Every instinct told me to step in, to confront her right there in front of everyone. But I held back. I had learned that heated arguments only create drama, while calm, measured actions leave a much deeper impact. If she wanted to play her little game, I would make sure she felt the weight of her choices, without me uttering a single word. Minutes passed, and their playful exchange showed no sign of stopping. I masked my anger, pretending to mingle with other guests while the sting of her laughter and stolen glances cut into me like a blade. Then, quietly, I made my move. I rose from my chair, catching Amanda's gaze for the briefest moment. She smiled, expecting some casual remark or a light-hearted gesture. Instead, I gave her nothing. I walked toward the exit, calm and deliberate, each step heavy with meaning. Her laughter faltered, her face flickered with confusion. The man beside her froze, unsure of what had just shifted. Amanda's confident mask crumbled, panic breaking through as she realized what was happening. I never once looked back. Around us, conversations dimmed, eyes followed, whispers spread. The entire room felt the sudden change, the spotlight shifting from her performance to her exposure. Outside, the night air hit me with a wave of release. I drew in deep breaths, letting the mix of anger and betrayal harden into clarity. Moments later, Amanda rushed out, chasing after me with nervous laughter and hurried excuses. I ignored her completely. Silence became my weapon, far more devastating than shouting. She had always relied on charm and theatrics to control situations, but I had stripped that stage away. For once, she stood vulnerable and powerless. In the days that followed, her attempts to reach me only grew more desperate. Calls, messages, even mutual friends trying to intervene. All of it went unanswered. I refused to give her what she wanted, attention. The playful arrogance she flaunted at that party had been replaced with panic and regret. She was finally facing the consequences of her choices. Weeks later, I temporarily moved into a small apartment, redirecting my energy toward work and the people in my life who valued loyalty. Amanda tried everything, apologies, charm, guilt, to win me back, but I remained steady. That night had revealed more than just flirtation. It had revealed her character, and my silent exit had shown her something she couldn't manipulate, that dignity and self-respect hold greater power than anger ever could. Months passed, and her once carefree confidence had eroded into caution and fear of losing me for good. She attempted to rebuild what she had broken, but the balance had shifted. I no longer felt bound to her games. The laughter she once wielded so easily now haunted her, a reminder of how quickly her illusions of control collapsed when faced with my quiet resolve. Looking back, that night remains etched in my memory. I never raised my voice. I never caused a scene. Yet the impact was undeniable. My steady walk out of that party had left her stunned, silenced, and humbled. Sometimes the strongest statement isn't spoken, it's acted. By rising, leaving, and preserving my dignity, I reclaimed what mattered most: my self-respect, my power, and my peace.